Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new episode of What Flick Will Pauly Pick. Yes, we've got over the major heat wave. It's still warm in the cinema room, so I'll probably be dripping by the end of it. 100% humidity outside, no rain. God, I wish it would rain. Anyway, with 66 votes, the film I'm watching today, Sonic the Hedgehog, starring James Marsden and Jim Carrey. Yes, been looking forward to watching this. Haven't seen it, didn't see it at the cinema. Never played the computer game, so I don't really know anything about Sonic, other than it's based on a computer game. But I'm probably going to watch the film from an entertainment point of view, not how this is converted well from a computer game to a movie, having not ever played a single ounce of Sonic. Anyway, let's put the film in the player, and hopefully Jim Carrey's going to be back to his usual comical self. I have heard he is in this, so let's watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
What Flick Will Pauly Pick? Meanwhile.
Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog. Shorter film than I thought, actually. Only just a little bit over an hour and a half. I thought it was a longer film. That was very entertaining. Typical kind of like Saturday afternoon kids film at the cinema. Just sit down and get yourself lost in it. It's basically about the little blue fella here, Sonic the Hedgehog, who has to abandon his home world as he's being chased. And he has these little gold rings, a little bag of gold rings, that can take him to any other planets. So in order to escape, his mentor, or the person that looks after him, in this case a giant owl. So yes, he has to escape from his home planet, and he goes to Earth, to Green Hills, this quaint little American suburb town. Very few people live there. And the sheriff, played by James Marsden, plays Tom, and he's underutilised as a police officer. You know, he's fixing drains and helping cats out of the tree, that kind of thing. And he's thinking that he needs something more, and he's missing his full potential. So he's trying to get into the San Francisco police force to become a real police officer, to show him and his girlfriend that he can be a real cop rather than just someone to call if you lose your cat. Sonic and Tom's paths cross, and this friendship develops. One night, in an act of frustration, unfortunately, Sonic goes ultrasonic, and blows out all the power grid in the town and that part of America. And the military send in this one person that can retrieve this alien creature for study. And his name is Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey. And this is proper Jim Carrey. This is proper comedy Jim Carrey from like the 90s. This is probably closer to Ace Ventura type of Jim Carrey, which is really great to see. And nobody plays a character better than Jim Carrey this style. So Dr. Robotnik catches up with Sonic and Tom. Some fights ensue, some freeway chases, kind of reminiscent of, at one point I thought, Terminator Salvation, with some of the strange contraptions and vehicles that Dr. Robotnik sets upon Tom and Sonic. As Sonic is trying to flee this world now to another world, the Mushroom World, as they've caught up with him, Unfortunately, his bag of rings gets thrown through and ends up in San Francisco. So Tom and Sonic have to do a road trip to San Francisco to retrieve the rings, but obviously Dr. Robotnik is in hot pursuit. There's lots of comedy elements through the entire film, whether it be Jim Carrey or Sonic, and there's a really great bar scene which reminded me of Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. So when they get to San Francisco, Tom and Sonic go up against Dr. Robotnik and his little bag of drones, and all of a sudden the skyline of San Francisco reminds you of Avengers Assemble, with these flying ships trying to take out Sonic at supersonic speed and explosions and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was a really well-paced film. As I say, it's not a long film. It's, I think, an hour and 38 minutes. But the pacing is pretty good. I know from when the original trailer came out, people weren't happy with the original look of Sonic. So they took time to redesign him. And what you see in the film is now the Sonic that you get. I don't know how different he was, but he looks like a proper computer game character. So as I say, there's lots of fun, there's lots of excitement, there's lots of shoot 'em ups, freeway chases and one-liners, and how Dr. Robotnik treats his second in command was actually quite funny. I don't know how he stands him. But yeah, I thought it was a really entertaining film. Apparently there is a Sonic 2 coming, I think in 2022, although that might get pushed back, what with what's going on in the world. But yeah, it's definitely an entertaining film. I watched, even though this is the 4K, I watched the movie upstairs with Dolby Atmos because I wanted the sound, which the sound was fantastic. The heavy use of surrounds, and with the Dolby Atmos, the sounds of Robotnik's ship and the drones going over your head was really impressive, as was the use of bass, super bass. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. No problems with the soundtrack. Great soundtrack. I did try the film also downstairs on my 4K player through the TV with HDR. The colours were vibrant. The stubble on Jim Carrey, and the bar scene with like all these droplets of beer and stuff like that, you know, just hanging in midair, were fantastic and were crystal clear. So it's a great transfer, a very colourful for the use of HDR, especially with Sonic. There are quite a few extras on the back here. So on the 4K disc, we get the feature film. We get a commentary by director Jeff Fowler and the voice of Sonic, Ben Schwartz. On the Blu-ray, we get the film, deleted scenes and bloopers, the Blue Blur, Origins of Sonic, Building Robotnik with Jim Carrey, and much more. Really good, really good. Yeah, enjoyed it. Fantastic. So how would I rate Sonic the Hedgehog out of 10? I'm going to give it 8 fluffy blue Sonic Speedsters out of 10, yes. If it had been a bit longer, maybe 2 hours, it might have nudged it up a little bit more. I felt it was a little bit too short. Maybe it could have been maybe 20 minutes longer, with a bit more Robotnik on Sonic fighting. But yeah, I hope we get a good second film, because really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Okay, so that is Sonic the Hedgehog done. So that can go back in its little slot. Fantastic. Okay, before we pick out the next 5 movies, I do have a few to put in. So let's have a look, see what we've got. Okay, so we have Midnight Run, Split Second, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, and Tigerland. Let's put those in the pot, shake it up and pick another 5. Okay, so the pot has had a really good shake. It's too hot to do a dance. I'm sweating like Jimmy Savile on Crime Watch. I really cannot do a dance in this weather. So let's go straight to the pot and pick another 5. Okie dokie, so off the lid. Okie dokie, here we go then. Okie doke, the first one coming out is going to be Pacific Rim Uprising. We've had that one before. Oh, right down the bottom there. Bone Tomahawk. Never seen that one. What else we got? Darkest Hour. That one's been out before. And then we have The Big Short. And the last one, Happy Death Day. Brilliant. Okay, that's quite a selection, isn't it? So we have Happy Death Day, The Big Short, Darkest Hour, Pacific Rim Uprising, and Bone Tomahawk. Okay, so in order to vote, down in the comments, pinned at the top of the comments, is a link to Straw Poll. You'll find 5 different options in there. So click on the link, it will take you to the voting page. Make your vote, and then we'll know in about a week what I'm going to be watching. Brilliant. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye.